Hi everyone, it's Peggy Merwin with Stamp with Peggy. Today is Monday, November 3rd. It is our first Monday in November. Hopefully everybody had a wonderful, happy Halloween and some fun trick-or-treating. We had a few, not very many. Personally, I think with some of the trunk or treats that are going on, which I think are wonderful. I think there's less kids going out in the neighborhood. We had some in the neighborhood, but they just walked right past our house. So I guess we have to have more lights and stuff up next year if we want more trick-or-treaters. But it was a good weekend. The evening was nice. The weekend was good. And we're falling again tonight. What the heck? Lots of stamping fun and just kind of a little bit of lazy down. It's really our first weekend that we have been home probably completely in like 4 months, summertime. Camper goes into storage next weekend, so that's all set to go. Tony does all of that and takes care of that. Let's see. So it's November. The tomorrow starts a new online exclusive and 2 new kits. So those are fabulous. I got a sneak peek of those. I'm going to kind of flip through them, and we're going to share a little bit of online exclusives in the project today. But of course, first we want to go through the October card sketch challenges. Hi, Chris and Cheryl, and I'm trying to follow names that went across the screen. Before we do that, though, we do need to announce the winners of last week's comments, likes, shares, all that fun stuff. And both prizes this week are the Cherry Cobbler and Pearl adhesive back berries. Perfect for Christmas, all the holiday stamping and projects and things. Hi, Deb. So the first lucky person is Chris Waddell. So Chris, I will be popping this in the mail to you tomorrow. So watch for that later in the week. The second lucky winner, I believe, may be a first-time comment, like, share person, maybe first time watching us. So hopefully she is watching. If not, then if you know her, please let her know that she needs to contact me. Diana MacWilliams. I need an address so that I can pop this in the mail to you. Okay, so if anybody knows or if Diana is watching, please let me know so I can get this out in the mail to you. All right, I'm going to get the computer up here so that I can be watching some. Chris, I'm sure you can put those berries to good use, right? Okay, let's see. Where am I at? Let's get over here. Okay, there we are. Okay, so again, put in the comments, what did you do this weekend? What fun did you have? Did you have grandchildren around for trick-or-treating? And if so, what were they? My youngest grandson up in Minnesota was, and I don't know if I talked about this last week, he had a blow-up suit that had like a little, like the pop-ups out in the front yard. So it had a little motor inside of it, and he was a chicken. So that was hilarious. My granddaughter, and I'm not sure what she said it was, like a black crow mask. So not sure what that was, but she was busy also. Okay, let's get down here. Let's flip this around. Okay. Give me just a minute here to get everything reset. Okay, we're going to come forward here. Okay, back up here. Linda hides from the trick-or-treaters. Okay. Let's see if we can't get up a little more. Let's get this light back up here so that we have a little bit more light. Okay, we had 17 entries for October's Card Sketch Challenge. I love it. That is awesome. Let's see if we can hit 20 in November. I know we're getting busy, but we should be making Christmas cards if we haven't already. So, Mary Ellen, you only had one trick-or-treater. Hopefully you got candy that you like then, right? They got home. Okay. So last entry in was Teresa Binder. Beautiful card. And my color is not great. I'm almost out of black toner, so I apologize for that. But you can't see this designer paper really well, but it has Blackberry Bliss in it. It is so, so pretty. Carol Busby is getting ready for Christmas. Look at all of her pretty Christmas colors with the cherry cobbler and maybe shaded spruce. Roseann used the Modern Christmas, which we're all loving. The black and the gold and all of the little twinkles. And Jackie with this beautiful fern set. So pretty. Very classic. Shirley Peterson with the Gathering Together designer paper. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful card. Annette with the Turtley Sweet, I think is what the designer paper is. So cute. She made it for a 9 or 10-year-old nephew, I believe is what she said. That's so cute, so colorful. Kathy Lay with the Perennial Lavenders. Everybody loves this designer paper. Jan Kohler with the purples and the blue shades. Absolutely love. So very wintry. It's like, oh my goodness, it's beautiful. Tammy Korzik used an old designer paper that is so pretty. And again, she got lots of comments. I love that designer paper with the cute little cupcake on it. I got pumpkin on the brain. Nancy with, I loved this designer paper. This was so much fun to work with. This was probably 3 or 4 years ago now, but so cute. Kristen, we finally got Kristen to participate in the beautiful Thanksgiving card. Love the little leaves. Linda Vanderspool, yay, using up her designer paper and the pretty little flowers. Cheryl DeSico, we've got some outdoor trees, some kind of, I kind of call it camping. It's the adventure paper, but it's so pretty. And again, it's fading out in my colors, and I apologize for that, but so pretty. Suzanne, again, we got into the fall. It's so pretty. Sue Coomer does not like pinks, but she used Petunia Pop and Berry Burst, and it's so pretty. Jackie Ray. Jackie may have been the first or second person to get hers posted, but loved the latte designer paper. This was just such an awesome set. That one just jumped at me because it was coffee first thing in the morning. And Alyssa Howard. I think Alyssa might have been the very first person to post with the dog designer paper. It's like so, so, so pretty. Okay, so we had 17 participants. So I'm going to do 2 drawings. And the 2 lucky winners of a $20 shopping spree is Roseann Basford. Okay, so Roseann, just let me know what you want. I will be placing an order tomorrow or Wednesday. So let me know what you want and I will get that added. And the next lucky person is Shirley Peterson, who also has a $20 shopping spree. Okay, so it's perfect because we have all the new online exclusives. So you can choose some brand new goodies or just get some things added to your list of items that you need. Okay, online exclusives start tomorrow. There's some really fun things. I will get this. I can't post this until tomorrow. Okay, so, and to be honest, I'm not sure if I can even show it really, but it goes live tomorrow or it goes live in 5 hours. How's that? So some really, really pretty things. Love the new Brushed with Beauty designer paper. I did not yet, I don't believe, get either of the stamp sets that go with this, but I did get the designer paper. I got Vellum. We have Vellum back again. I'm so excited about that. I'm using that tonight also. Beautiful pattern embossing folder. I've been laughing with the girls in class. It's kind of a funny name, beautiful pattern. It is definitely. It's a nice subtle background for our cards. Pearls of Beauty, love these little things. They're so pretty. Really love the earthy matte dots. So gorgeous. this garden green. Garden green is not typically my color. I tend to go more old olive or mossy meadow. But the colors in the designer papers this year are definitely garden green. And this ribbon is awesome. Love the dyes. This paper, it's Craft Hobby Haven. So it's a very crafty, it's got baking things, it's got sewing things, but the back sides of the paper are absolutely beautiful. I love them. Okay, what else? We got some fun. There's a really cool new label punch and a greeting set to go with it. Lots and lots of cutouts for displays. It's really cool. Fun little Valentine's set. Okay, this one I'm anxious to do some playing with. It is Swirl Designs Bundle. It's got some really cool little outlines and things, so that's going to be a fun one. Okay, so again, I will get this posted out tomorrow or late tonight so that it is available. Again, we can start ordering from it tomorrow. I am just all kitty wampus here. Okay. So tonight, before I do that, today's the last chance of the 12 days of my 12 days of Christmas. Okay, this is not the Stampin' Up! One. Last year, it came in this tote, and then there were bags that were numbered 1 through 12. So deadline is tonight. The cost is $60 if you're picking it up, or $75 if I need to mail it, because it normally has to go in a bigger box. And the weight is a little heavier on that. Okay, so make sure you let me know that. Paper pumpkin. Normally, I don't have paper pumpkin done to show you. This is the November kit. It is packaging. It's called Wrapped in Cheer. So it has 8 little boxes to put treats and goodies in, and 8 coordinating tags to go with it. You know I'm going to turn these tags into cards, right? To have a little bit of fun with it. But I just kind of wanted to show you, Cozy Christmas is what this month's, the October kit was. And so I do, again, alternates every month. So here are, they got 6 cards this month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 is, it opens, and the little pop-up holds a gift card. Okay, how fun is that? So this is what they got this month. I used the supplies from 1 of each of the 3 cards, 2 of the envelopes, and then the embellishment pieces for 1 set of cards, set of 3. And then I added cardstock to make the bases different. Okay. All right. That takes care of that. Coffee, cocoa, and cards this month. The deadline is Wednesday. If you have not signed up yet, please do so that I make sure I have supplies for you. November designer paper class. We're actually using the Peaceful Garden tonight. And then the Brushed with Beauty is one of the new online exclusives, which again is gorgeous. And then you get 2 surprise embellishments, and you get 6 cards. And I did not bring those over, but you get 3 from each designer paper, plus you get cardstock. Let's see. Santa's Workshop. That is my little treats like I do for Halloween. Only this one, you get to pick what you make. I do 10 to 12 different items. So it's little treat holders that have the treats and everything in them. Once I get them posted, I'll have prices and if there's a quantity limit. And then you sign up and you tell me which ones and which date you want to come. And then last but not least is a brand new class that I am doing. I've never done this before, but I have a Stampin' Friend or Stampin' Friend of a friend who does cookie decorating. She is going to come to teach. We're going to decorate 4 very simple Christmas cookies. And then we're going to make cards after that. So the class is starting at 6 o'clock. It is an in-person class. The Christmas cards Right now, I was looking at some of the kits, but I don't know that they will be in time, so they may be kits or cards that I design, but it'll be 6-ish cards that we will do. Okay, on to tonight's card, right? This will be November's Card Sketch Challenge. Okay, so like I said, we're using the Peaceful Garden designer paper. This is it. Look at how beautiful these are. So many gorgeous things. Could be Christmas, could be sympathy, could be just general. Okay, and then if we flip them over, we have more pretty colors and marblings. Look at how gorgeous that is. Okay, so we're using tonight, we're using this one with the little starbursts. Okay, so we have kind of a winter card. Then, and this one hides in those online exclusives. This is the Whispers of Texture paper. There are 6 sheets. There's 2 different prints, and you get 3 of each one. This you need to put, just everybody write down on your piece of paper, 167106. Everybody has to have this. Okay, and it's not going to show really well. All right, I need to get my screen back up here so that I can see what you're seeing. Okay, it's texture paper. So this one kind of looks like there I think you can see it, like the Soft Subtle or the Subtles embossing folder we used to have, but the paper is already done. Okay, that's cool. Then the other sheet or the other print is like stripes built into it. So it's a little bit thicker than designer paper. It's a little more cardstock weight, but it is so cool. So we're using that tonight too. So again, item number 167106. I forgot to look up the price, something like $10, $11, something in there, for 6 sheets of specialty paper. Awesome. Okay, I am using the Stay Warm stamp set. How many of you look at this and go, nope, I don't need that? It's what I thought too. And then I showed you the candy corn before. Absolutely love it. This time we're making a winter sweater and the hat and the mittens. And then I'm using the Delicate Pines for the Warmest Winter Wishes. Goes perfect with the sweater. Okay? All right, let's get all our pieces out here. This time, we are making a missing middle card. Okay? And this camera is just being a pistol. Okay, sorry, I'm wiggling and jiggling. All right, let's try that. Okay, so we are starting with a 5.5 by 6 inch piece. We're scoring it at 1 3/4, and then we're going to fold and burnish it on the score line. That's the base of our card. Okay. Then I have a piece that is 1 1/4 by 5.5. That goes right down here. Okay, missing middle. And just for right now, so that it all shows a little better, I'm going to stick my basic white inside of my card. Okay, so now you can see it a little bit better. Then, all right, let's see. You know me, I got my layers, because you got to have layers. Okay, I used basic beige to go on here, and I need to apparently change my blade. Do you guys get that hairy? I use a nail file. Okay, so this one is 1 1.5 by 5 1/4. Then my designer paper is 1/8 of an inch smaller, so it's 1 3/8 by 5 1/8. Sorry. Okay, so we're going to adhere this onto the basic beige. Oh, good Lord. All right. Let's get it all over here where I can see it. Boy, I didn't give myself much this time. Okay. And then we've got the same. We've got 7/8 of an inch by 5 1/8 and 1 inch by 5 1/4. That's going to go on the piece that's 1 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay. So we're just going to stick that on there. Well, that one's better. And then we're going to go ahead and put it on the 1 1/4 Secret C. That's the other color that I have here. Okay. This 1 1/2 goes up on top of the card. So it's going to go up here. Okay. Like I said, this one goes down here. Do not glue it down. Okay. Now, I've got a layer and a layer. Now, this is the kind of stripy corrugated paper. That's going to go right on there. So let's go ahead and adhere this. And you know what? When you add this paper to your order, put 2 of them on because you're going to go right through it. Okay. All right. Now, to hold this in place, now, normally you would put your dimensionals on the back of here and adhere it onto the top and the bottom. Okay. I find this a little difficult to work with. So what I do, we have vellum again. So we're going to stick a piece of vellum in there so that we can adhere this right onto there. And then we don't have to worry. We don't have flopping. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and put adhesive on the back of this one. And we're going to adhere it to, and I'm going to flip this over so that I can see. We're going to adhere it to the bottom of our piece of vellum, which is 4 inches or 4 1/8 by, Annie, what are you? Yes, ma'am. This is our card sketch challenge, the missing middle. We haven't done one like this as a technique. We've done always as shapes. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and adhere this up to the top part. So I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive along here, and then I'm going to put it along the top edge here. Okay. I'm going to pull this white one out of the way. We're going to line that up at the bottom. Okay, we're going to make sure it's straight on our sides, and then we're going to close it down. And then our piece stays together. It's missing the middle, but the vellum allows you to see through. Okay, now I did stamp and I already colored the mittens. So let's just go ahead, put this on the inside and get this out of the way. Hi, Sherry McGowan. Long time no see. Okay, now, anybody else have a problem with this? Vellum, you can see your adhesive through it, right? So, we've got another piece of, now again, when you do your challenge, you do not have to put a vellum or a window sheet here. You can leave it so that it is completely missing. But to help that and to sturdy it up, I'm going to cover it up with a piece so that you can't see that adhesive. And then I'm going to do the same thing here with this. Okay. So again, I've got another piece that is 1 3/4 or just a hair under. And you want to make sure it doesn't go above that one. And you want to make sure that it's just above the score line there. There's always a way to get around that, Annie. Vellum is gorgeous. Okay. All right. Now, let's do this part. So, I used the Stay Warm stamp set, like I said. I stamped the sweater in Memento and the hat in Memento on that paper that is subtle, like the subtle embossing folder. Okay. You have to really make sure that you ink it up well. And with photopolymer, remember, stamp it on your mat underneath. But I like, even when it didn't stamp 100% coverage, I really like how that is. So then I used the Secret Seed Dark, the Cloud Cover Dark, and the Light Crumb Cake Stampin' Blends to color my sweater. Doesn't it just look like an outdoorsy Nordic print? Okay, and so then I didn't cut it ahead of time because I wanted to show you that it's really not hard. Okay, I had a super small piece. There are not dies that go with this, but these cuts are so simple. And there's really not a lot, right? Good, I'm glad you guys like this. Something different, a little bit, I don't know if you call it a technique or a fun fold, but something besides just a piece of designer paper and just circles, right? Give you a little challenge, but I still want to try to hit 20 people, okay? So I'm going to show you, what do I have? 3 other samples. One is the sample of this one, but then I have 2 other samples because I did do the missing middle card for designer paper class for October. Those just went out in the mail and they have those. Okay, so it's going to go like that. Then we've got the hat, which again, I colored with the the light cloud cover, the dark Secret Sea, and the light crumb cake. And again, don't try to cut on the black line. Leave a little bit of white. It kind of gives it a little contrast so that your eyes focus on the stamped image, not on, oh goodness, she didn't cut that exactly straight, right? Yes, ma'am, you do. It's in the cabinet ready for you. Cabinet picker-uppers, make sure you check out the new sign on the front or on the side of it. Tony and I worked last week and I made a new one that has gnomes and it's for fall. So it's lots of fun. All right, we're going to cut a chunk because you know me. I don't want any sagging parts. Okay, so we're going to take this off the back. Okay, and I am going to kind of turn it sideways a little bit so that I have a little bit of room here and a little bit of room up here. And I just realized that I forgot to attach this. So we're going to put 3 dimensionals at the top and 3 dimensionals at the bottom. No worries, Annie. It's there when you can. Okay, then we're just going to attach this up here so that you can still get a sneak peek of the designer paper. Okay, then we're going to put the hat like that. Okay, so I'm going to put 1 dimensional there, and then I'm going to put seal on the other parts of it. Okay. And then, yep, we're going to attach that. Then I used, again, the Delicate Pines Warmest Winter Wishes. And I used the Secret Sea ink on a 5/8 by 2-inch piece. And of course, we're going to put it on a piece of Secret Sea that is 3/4 by 2 1/8. And we need 1 dimensional on the right side and then some seal on the left side. Okay, I can't wait. Margie says, so creative. I can't wait to see what you guys do. Okay, then we're going to put the sign up here. Oh, goodness, we're not straight there. Let's see if we can fix this. Did you guys know I tell you about huffing on the adhesive? Did you know that you can do the same thing with the dimensionals? If you huff on them, it will kind of loosen the adhesive a little bit so that you can work it around. Okay, there is that. Then again, on the inside, we've got our little mittens. Okay, but we need a little bit of bling. So I have the Charming Shimmer Faceted Dots. And we are going to grab a little one and a bigger one. And you know, we do it in 3s. So then we're going to add a bigger one up there. And there's your card, right? So fun, so easy. Even though, I mean, again, you don't have to use the double layers. You can just use designer paper in place of this basic beige, okay? You don't have to add the layers if you don't want to. Oh, thank you, Sherry. There you go, Emily. See, I didn't forget the bling. Okay, so here's, and it's the same. It's just colored a little different. I decided I wanted it a little lighter. This one I stamped on basic white, okay? So there's no texture. This one I stamped on the new texture paper, and it kind of looks like a knitted sweater. It's got that little look to it, right? Okay, designer paper class. This is the card that they got, the missing middle, and it's using the Elegant Pine Snowflakes designer paper. And this is one of the die cuts from there. And then I just added the paper on the inside. So there's another one. Okay, you ready? Now this one, I saw a card by, look at this beautiful card. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? And it was by, I think, Lillian, but I don't even know how to say. She was at a retreat, I believe, in the Netherlands, and she posted that card today. Her and a stamping friend, Jackie, and I can't think what Jackie's last name is right now. It used to be Bolchi, but it's not. She got married. And they both posted this card today, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to case that because I'm in the middle of working on the missing middle. So my version, I changed up a little bit, but I absolutely loved those giant alphabet burr in the middle with the snowflakes from Delicate Pine. Oh, you know what? I needed to add, I'm going to have to go find some bling to put on those. I forgot that. I splattered it. I did a little watercolor. Again, I used that kind of subtle paper, textured paper, to cut the alphabet out and to stamp the hats and mittens. So isn't it fun? Inside, I stamped snowflakes all over. So they kind of peek through a little bit. All right, Emily says yes, bling. So give me a minute. Let's see what we have. That we can, I don't think we have anything that's, Lost Lagoon. But how about the faceted snowflakes? Okay. So let's, and I think the small ones will do. Right in the center of that, we're going to break our rule of 2 or of 3. Okay, I don't think so. I think we have to add one more. Where should we put it? Okay, how about, we already have a snowflake there. How about right there? Okay, and so isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. Okay, so that is your challenge for November. Okay, you have lots and lots and lots of Christmas possibilities. That special person, have a little wow in there, right? So fun and so pretty. Let's get them all fitted in there if we can. Okay, all right, that's your card. Don't forget online exclusives tomorrow, 2 new kits. Deadline for coffee, cocoa, and cards is Wednesday. Today is the deadline for 12 Days of Christmas. And designer paper class deadline is also, I think I have down for today, but that is also, oh no, designer paper class is until next week. So we'll go over that then. Okay, you guys have a fabulous week, a wonderful start to your November, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.